Thank you very much. And I, too, want to thank our hosts for this evening, the Miller Center, UVA, and McNeil-Lehrer, for allowing this opportunity to have what I hope is going to be a very thorough and complete discussion on an enormously complex topic. We heard in the opening that we are better than 80, I'd say we're 85% actually dependent on fossil fuels, mostly for cars are totally dependent on it, and for electricity it's about 2/3. So to pose a question that says that we can be totally carbon neutral or get away from fossil fuels entirely, I think is setting up the wrong dynamic. And it's a frustration that I have had for a long time with the way many of these issues are posed, which is they're zero-sum games. Now, it's all one way or all the other way. The thing that's difficult for us as Americans to accept as a concept is there's no silver bullet. There are going to have to be a variety of different sources of energy that we use over time. To hear someone say, and Al Gore has said this, that we could be a totally fossil fuel-free economy in 10 years just isn't supported by the facts. We have heard it. I actually think that renewables are a little bit stronger depending how you count your renewables. If you put hydropower in, you can get up to almost 7% of the total mix today. But that's not enough. If you're having a 21% increase in electricity demand by 2030, even tripling that's not going to do it. We're going to have to look at some things that we haven't wanted to talk about. In fact, an EPA analysis of the current, well, I don't know, the Waxman bill of yesterday, it's changed today and it keeps changing, of yesterday was based, in order to reach the targets they'd set, was based on a 150% increase in nuclear production and nuclear energy. Nuclear is 20% of our energy today. That is a subject that has been taboo for so long, we haven't been willing to think about it, but we're going to have to. We're going to have to look at all these sources because, unfortunately, much as we'd like to have it, there is no one silver bullet. And that's what I certainly hope we will get to tonight in a little more depth when we look at the pros and cons, because everything, even the renewables, have problems with them. And we have a lot of technology we've got to continue to develop. There's a long way to go, but there's a lot we can do with what we have got on our fossil fuels. We need to improve those. I don't think anybody's against the idea or the commitment to reducing our dependence on foreign oil and to reducing our emission of greenhouse gases. I certainly am very much in favor of all those things. I just don't want to mislead people into thinking that we can become wholly independent or that we can totally get away from fossil fuel. Let's frame this discussion in a reasonable, sensible way so we can start to reach some of the conclusions that might actually work and set us on the right path in the future. Thank you.